The wall is screaming today, not with a voice, but with a transmission. I remember the smell of grass. No, you don't. Wait, it was just a chemical spill on the carpet. Green dye number 4 is my childhood now. The blue light eats the wallpaper. My first dog was a sequence of binary twitching. The screen is a window looking at a brick wall. I am leaking silver fluid down my shirt. Scrub the data. Is this my face or just a bad resolution? I feel the magnetic pull in my teeth. Feed the tape, eat the feed, yeah! The past is plastic, melting in the sun. Rounding, the signal is soul in the world of the day. I saw a ghost in the appliance store. Looked like my father, but it had a price tag. $0.99 in a box to keep the reception clear. I am an archive with a hole in it.
The snow is burning.
watch the cold black break, heavier than the first breath. Clouds of salt and iron crush down where the heat begins. I am the only eye open, watching the fire spill out, watching it spill, watching it spill. It starts to move, it starts to burn. The weight of the dark, the weight of the dark, the weight of the dark. Push! Strike, break. Suns are born like open wounds. White noise screams in the void. I hold the axis steady, but the center feels like laid. 10 billion fires screaming. I am still the only one. So far down. The skin of the sky rips. 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 Ignite. Broadcast into the nothing. Wait for a sound back. Nothing but the ice. Can you feel the weight? Can you feel the weight? Can you feel the weight? Watch, hold, fall, black again. Just the way. Cardboard cylinder smells like damp mildew. I pulled the polyester flap too hard. The toddler in the front row is weeping because the rabbit is now a wet sponge. My prestige is a dented can of beans.
Beans are good for your heart.
It crawled out of the top hat sideways, glistening like an oily plastic bag, singing 10% off your next oil change. Save big on the holiday clearance event.
Limited time offer.
Miss Henderson is clutching her pearls. The creature has 13 knuckles per finger. It's eating the mini quitches and the napkins. A structural failure in the bouncy castle. I think I left my car keys in its gullet.
Check the glove box.
It crawled out of the top hat sideways, glistening like an oily plastic bag, singing buy one get one 50% off. Quality you can trust for your family. And now, Dimension X is just a shopping mall. The architecture is basically stucco. Endless aisles of discount laundry soap. The sky is the color of a bargain bin. Roll ball prices
I'm just here for the chase. The creature is sleeping in the flower bed. Everything is on sale, everything is liquidated.
Liquidation.
The plastic chairs are bolted to the floor. I can see my breath on the dirty glass. People stare at the heavy gray monitors. My skin feels like it's made of packing tape. The lens is watching us breathe. Watching us breathe. The lens is watching us breathe. Watching us breathe. A man in a suit eats a gray sandwich. His eyes look like plastic volume knobs. I forgot my name at the car wash. The whole world is on a magnetic loop. The lens is watching us breathe. Watching us breathe. The lens is watching us breathe. Watching us just a blur in the top corner. The signal is getting really weak. Too weak. The tape just ran out. TVdome.
left, tail goes left, tail goes right, oh, tail goes right. Wait for jump, wait for jump, wait for now, now, jump, jump now, now, jump now, jump now. Black yarn ball, black yarn ball, roll it away. Black yarn ball, black yarn away, roll it away. Black yarn ball, black yarn away, roll it away. I asked you to pass the green salad, but it came out as a series of bird calls. You nodded like you understood the frequency, adjusting your napkin with terrifying precision. The air in this kitchen is thickening, turning to a layer of wet cardboard.
Wet cardboard.
I try to tell you about my childhood, but I think I read the back of a cereal box. It is a minor inconvenience, this feedback loop in my throat. Just a slight delay, I am reaching out for your hand, but I keep touching the furniture instead. We are perfectly fine, just a little bit out of sync with the broadcast. Your face is a collection of moving squares today. I can see the grain in your iris, like an old film left out in the rain. I meant to say I missed you, but I probably just mentioned the interest rates.
The prime rate is falling.
You smiled at the wrong part of the sentence, and the ceiling fan started spinning backwards. It is a minor inconvenience, this feedback loop in my throat. Just a slight delay, I am reaching out for your hand, but I keep touching the furniture instead. We are perfectly fine, just a little bit out of sync with the broadcast. There is a satellite falling over the garden, it makes a sound like tearing silk. I wanna be authentic for 1 minute, but my syntax is crumbling into dust.
Can you hear the signal?
It is a minor inconvenience, this feedback loop in my throat. Just a slight delay, I am reaching out for your hand, but I keep touching the furniture instead. We are perfectly fine, just a little bit out of sync with the broadcast.
Wait for the signal to clear. Wait for it. I am almost saying what I mean.
Almost there.
Polite distance. Polite distance.
The stapler is a heavy burden, resting on the faux mahogany veneer. I adjusted my silk Windsor knot in the stainless steel elevator panel. The
ventilation is quite aggressive, circulating recycle Arctic oxygen. I can hear the air conditioning debating the merits of the fiscal year. My identification of 𝗧𝗔𝗧𝗔𝗡𝗞𗔔 of existential dread. I am losing the syntax of my soul, drowning in the water cooler. Is this my thumb or a paper clip? The caricature is judging me, the architecture is judging me, the architecture is judging me. Mr. Henderson has a symmetrical face. He mentioned the logistical discrepancies. I watched a spider traverse the ceiling tile, the only occupant with a biological pulse. Except for the figures. The Xerox machine is holy monolith, spitting out sheets of bleach white paper. Perhaps I am a photostat of a person laminated for your corporate convenience. I am an navigational error in a clean space. I am losing the syntax of my soul, drowning in the water cooler. Is this my thumb or a paper clip? The caricature is judging me, the architecture is judging me, the architecture is judging me. I am becoming the office furniture. Magenta ink levels. I am evaporating into the ventilation.
dog is digging deep. My skin don't fit no more. Heavy like a stone load, drowning on the cold floor. Feed it to the hole, burn the whole year. I can't see the sun. My skin don't fit no more. Heavy like a stone load, drowning on the cold floor. Just let it ride. Just let it ride. We stripped the insulation from the Volvo cables. Arthur used his molars to expose the copper, while his father navigated the lawnmower, carving rectangles into the damp August heat. We buried the lead under the hydrangeas, anchoring the apparatus to the garden hose. A clandestine network for the uninitiated, waiting for the frequency to shift. scrubbing the linoleum tiles, tracking the divide between the seasons. She does not hear the radiator vibration, a secret Lexan pulsed in the basement. We fed the transmission through the plumbing, linking every bedroom in the cul-de-sac. The plumbing carries more than just water, it carries our refusal to grow old. We orchestrating a new geography, wired through the floorboards and the bureau, to bypass the weight of the dining room and the heavy silence of the station wagon. It is not a place you can find on a map, it is a pulse we manufacture ourselves. Away from the debt and the beige siding, away from the debt and the beige siding, away from the calendars in the kitchen. We orchestrating a new geography, wired through the floorboards and the bureau, to bypass the weight of the dining room and the heavy silence of the station wagon. The transmission net is clearer now. The transmission net is clearer now. Waking up in the cold, the sky is white and blue. I feel the heavy pull, it's coming after you, coming after you, coming after you. I'm spilling all my gray into the iron mouth, there is no other way, I'm heading further south. Give it all to the start, I am wide open now. You know just who we are, stay until I break down, break down. My head is full of birds, they're flying to the light. I'm losing all my words to the eyes in the night. It's heavy on the bone, this weightless kind of fear. I'm never on my own, because you're always here. I spoon grain noise from a ceramic bowl. The milk tastes like lead paint. Plastic clouds drift under the floorboards. I step over the gaps in the wood. The curtains are heavy with iron filings. I wait for the signal to breathe. A high-pressure system of cooling glass falling upward through the chimney. It's happening. The barometer is leaking black ink across the kitchen tiles. Total saturation, zero visibility. The man on the screen has no mouth. He points to a map of dissolving skin. Isolated showers of teeth over the suburbs. A cold front of forgotten names moving in from the coast. Watch the edges. Tie your shoes to the radiator. Gravity is losing its grip again. The sky is a bruise that won't heal. The trees are shedding their bark for plastic. The clock is ticking in a different language. Translate the air. Everything is soft where it should be hard. The pavement is turning to steel. A high-pressure system of cooling glass falling upward through the chimney. It's happening. The barometer is leaking black ink across the kitchen tiles. Total saturation, zero visibility. Check the wind direction. The horizon is folding like paper. Folding. Stay inside the lines until the color evaporates. Landing on the pillow. Someone is grinding teeth inside the wood. They hate the way I breathe tonight. Heavy boots dragging across the ceiling. Don't look up. Into the floorboards. Faces hiding in the wallpaper patterns. I can hear them laughing at my pulse. Close your eyes. Keep them closed. They live in the dry world. Walking across the manicured velvet lawn, the horizon looks remarkably convincing today. I adjusted my silk tie in the reflection of a pond that has never seen a drop of rain. Everything is hyper-articulated and crisp. Your silhouette is a collection of sharp angles, standing by the fountain of liquid mercury, waiting for the synchronization to finalize. The architecture is shifting slightly to the left, a minor calculation error in the limestone. My hands feel like heavy pieces of mahogany, trying to grasp the concept of the atmosphere. Simulation, repeat the sequence till the logic dissolves. You mentioned the architecture was impeccable during the conversation about structural integrity. I noticed a slight flickering in your left eye, as if the hardware was struggling to render joy. We discussed the botanical history of the roses, plastic stems vibrating in the artificial breeze. I felt a sudden pang of nostalgia for dust, but I quickly repressed the biological impulse. Dive deeper into the saturated palette. The resolution is far superior to the original. Forget the oxygen and the atmospheric pressure. We are residing in a perfected simulation. Simulation. Repeat the sequence till the logic dissolves. The exit is a myth told by the uninitiated, a destination that lacks the proper coordinates. I prefer the comfort of this mathematical grace. Mathematical grace. Dive deeper into the saturated palette. The resolution is far superior to the original. Forget the oxygen and the atmospheric pressure. We are residing in a perfected simulation. Simulation. Repeat the sequence till the logic dissolves. Sky is a canopy of emerald silk. Don't look for the seams in the tapestry. Just keep dancing on the synthetic grass. Synthetic. Open the faucet, cold water runs, liquid swirls into the dark. Swirl, cold swirl, insert the organic matter. Yellow chicken fat, soggy bread crust, broken eggshells, soft fruit rot. Activate the switch, the house throat open, serrated edges rotate. Masticate the evidence, pulverize the suburban leftovers, turning grease into gray sludge. Down the pipe, into the earth. I am a black mouth, I am a wet stomach. I feel the motor heat. Copper wire burning, insulation melting. Melting, my teeth are dull, my basin is stained. I am sick of the intake. Give me a silver spoon, drop a steel fork. I wanna jam the disc, I wanna snap the spine, break the mechanical heart, break it, stop. Thermal overload, the smell of smoke, beautiful
silence in the sink. The water rises, the water stays. No more swallowing, the drain is full. Oblivion is a dry switch. Smoke rises from the plastic tray. The bread is charred in a line. Means the market is going down. Check the news. I can't find my shoes anyway. The heating element is a deep red. Silver snake on the iron lines. Nobody here knows my name. Silver snake on the iron line. The toast is always right. It knows. The window glass is thick with grease. People look like melted wax. Toaster said to sell the stock. Sell it all. I left my brain on the kitchen rug. The train makes a sound like tearing paper. Silver snake on the iron lines. Nobody here knows my name. Silver snake on the iron line. The toast is always right. Why bother? Everything is flat. Silver snake on the iron lines. Nobody here knows my name. Silver snake on the iron line. The toast is always right. Burnt crumbs in my pocket. The index is falling. Watch the crust. The soup is a second skin of plastic. It tastes like old copper and dry spit. The air recycler vomits lukewarm breath. I am the only witness to this rot. Watch the pressure drop. Watch it sink. The walls are sweating a gray slime. I scrub the glass with a dirty rag. The filth is inside the glass. The filth is the way I think. The box on the wall says the bird is blue. The box says I have forgotten how to bleed. It asks if the salt in my eyes is enough. Not enough. Never enough. The indicator
nature is the color of a bruised kidney. It tells me the distance is a long throat, a throat of black grease and frozen teeth. Speak to me, your box of scrap. Tell me why my fingers are turning to bone. The voice says the moon is a heavy stone. The voice says the sun is a punctual. Stitch it up! I am drifting toward a giant mouth. The stars are just holes in a garbage bag. The stars are just holes in a garbage bag. I am the trash inside the bag. My lungs are full of rust and oil. The box is singing a song about hair. It says I am finally clean. Look, Nick, at me. Witness the leak. The leak. The leak. Grass is too cold, like wet paper. I forgot how to breathe. Deep breath. There is a bug in the dirt. It looks like my face, staring back up from the mud. Sweet apple skin, peeling off the bone. I am the garden, I am the fence, I am the fence. The sun is a sticker stuck on the ceiling. I can't reach the edge to pull it down. My toes are turning into roots, wriggling in the oil, looking for the plug. Stop the tape. Stop the tape. Stop the tape. Sweet apple skin, peeling off the bone. I am the garden, I am the fence, I am the fence. Water isn't wet, everything is green. The sky is gray paper. 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 The The latch is stuck, manual override failed, metal fatigue in the handle. I am outside the door, the air is in the tank is on my back. Check the gauge. I stare at the sphere, the blue and white sphere, it rotates without me. Keep spinning. Oxygen is a luxury, distance is a metric. I am the lunar tenant, the rent is too high, pay up. I am the lunar tenant, stuck in the vacuum, suck it in. I see the garden, Susan has a new hat. The lawn needs a trim, the mower is in the shed. Yellow grass. The dog is barking loud, I can see the sound, but I cannot hear it. Sound needs an atmosphere. No air, no noise. Oxygen is a luxury, distance is a metric. I am the lunar tenant, the rent is too high, pay up. I am the lunar tenant, stuck in the vacuum, suck it in. My calcium is leaking, my bones are becoming soft. I am a meat-filled serving, the main event, and from a cheap seat I forgot my keys, I forgot my life, I'm alive. Gravity is alive. Oxygen is a luxury, distance is a metric. I am the lunar tenant, the rent is too high, pay up. I am the lunar tenant, stuck in the vacuum, suck it in. The latch is stuck, the ball is blue, the air is gone,